Today I'm going to show you how you can get pro vocals you can record from home that sound like this.
But I don't get the feeling we could be freezing when I've got you to hold.
All in less than 5 minutes. There are 6 steps that I do on every vocal I work with that give me good results quickly. And if you follow them, your vocals will come together faster than ever before. Be sure to stick around till after step 6 because that's when I'll drop the absolute fastest way to get better sounding vocals. Step 1, record. Don't just record something willy-nilly in your kitchen or in your bedroom and expect it to sound good. Be a bit more intentional with the actual vocals you record. The better your recording is, the better the end result will be. My first recommendation would be to use acoustic panels. And no, definitely not the egg carton ones. I'm talking thick. The thicker, the better. If you don't have those, here are some alternatives that you can do in your house right now. Sing into your closet. Throw a heavy blanket over your head as you're recording. Or if you want the best results, prop up your mattress and sing into that. The more things there are in the room to absorb the sound, the better and the more dry the recording will be. This is why mattresses are so good. Step 2, comping. After you've recorded multiple takes of yourself singing, choose the best ones and stitch them together. This is called comping, as you might have guessed. Step 3, pitch correction. This step is completely optional and will depend on the genre that you're working with. In some genres, it is a staple and almost must-have, like pop or melodic rap, and others you never hear it, like folk. Add some pitch correction to your song, adjust the retune speed as needed, and then make sure that you're in the right key. You can often get better pitch correction results if you manually edit a vocal in auto-tune graph mode or in Melodyne, but for fast vocals, we'll use the automatic settings. Step 4, shaping the tone. Next, we'll want to start molding the tone of the vocal using EQ. Every vocal, every singer, and every microphone is different, so your mileage may vary. But here are some of the frequency bands and ranges that I think about as I'm mixing vocals. I almost always high-pass the vocal until it starts to cut into the meat of the sound. Then I look for between 200 and 500 for the muddiness or warmth of the vocal. Then I look at 1K to 2K for the nasality of the vocal, or how nasal it sounds. Then I like to look at 4K for the harshness or the presence of a vocal, and then 8K and above for the sparkle, air, and shine of a vocal. That brings us into step 5, which is fixing the volume. A vocal that changes volume too much is just hard to understand and hear. You might be able to hear the loud belting of a chorus, but then struggle to hear the intimate whisper of a verse. We want to fix that. Now, the absolute best way to do this is to fix the gain of the vocal before any plugins at all. We're going to add some compressors and plugins later, but doing this beforehand is going to give way more natural and better results. My favorite compressor to use on vocals is the Studio FET or an 1176 version. Set it to a mild ratio like 3:1, and then dial in the threshold till you start getting some decibels of gain reduction. The most important knobs on the compressor are going to be your ratio and then your threshold. The more decibels you take away from that sound, the more compressed or more squash it's going to be. That means it will be more consistent volume-wise, but it will also mean that it will take more of the life away of the natural vocal recording. You want a balance here. Some other tips I like for compressors are adding 2 in a row to do the job of 1. This gives more natural sounding results. And then using parallel compression. You can adjust the mix knob on the compressors here so a little bit of the original pops through. That brings us into step 6, which is to add depth. To add depth, we'll add in reverb and delay onto the vocal. You can get absolutely great sounding delays with stock plugins, but I tend to turn to more paid premium options for this. The biggest dials to dial in for reverb are the mix knob, or how much of the reverb you're going to hear, and the decay knob, which means how long the reverb will last. And then the same thing on the delay. Dial in the mix knob to see how much of it you want to hear, and then adjust the feedback to see how long that lasts. I also like to sync up delays to my BPM so that they fall perfectly on eighth notes, quarter notes, or whatever I choose. And now, like I promised, the actual fastest way to get vocals that sound professional in 5 minutes. I want you to take that chain that you just made, hopefully you've been following along, and save it as a preset. Now, anytime you have a similar vocal to what you just recorded, you can throw that preset on and it will automatically load with all the plugins. you'll almost always need to go back and adjust some of the settings. But if you're looking for pro vocals in 5 minutes, then this is definitely your answer. To help you out with these vocal chains, I've actually created 10 free vocal presets that you can download in the description below. They're designed by me and they're specifically for vocals so that you can instantly get a better vocal sound. This tutorial scratched the surface of a lot of vocal mixing concepts you need to know. But if you want to take this knowledge deeper, you should go check out this video I made up here, which condenses over 500 hours of vocal mixing tutorials in 27 minutes.